Hello everyone, and welcome to the first episode in a new Airlinesim Let's Play. Over the time you have been requesting this more than anything else with the exception of Aurora, and now that I have a bit more time, I decided to start this as a new thing that I'm gonna have running, similarly to Hattrick, where I'm gonna try to show you guys some new concepts and something that I haven't showed you in Airlinesim yet. I've made a lot of Let's Plays of this game already, so I'm gonna kinda, try to freshen it up with a new concept here, where we take an alternative approach to building an airline. Something that's gonna be hopefully interesting for me as well. So, what am I speaking about? Yesterday I started a new airline which is called PNLL, which stands for Polskie Narodowe Linie Lotnicze, which roughly stands for Polish National Airlines. And I'm gonna play an airline based in Poland. Now what's the catch in that? Well, you guys probably know, or those of you that have played Airlinesim, that starting in Europe isn't easy. It's actually the opposite of easy. In many games that I played previously, or, in the Airlinesim games that I had previously, or the Let's Plays to be more precise, I have always advised you to go for a big state or a country where you have a huge domestic market that you can build upon and utilize it. Now, we have nothing like that in Poland, or any other European nation for that matter. Let's demonstrate it. So, Warsaw currently has only 36% of its slots available. I originally, by the way, wanted to stay or start in Prague or base my airline in Prague, but I decided that I know it too well. So I'm going to start in Poland, in Warsaw, with the insane amount of flights that are there already. Now, you will find a similar situation in most of the airports in Europe. And in the United States as well. Now, you guys asked me over the course of my previous games, and even in the hiatus that I had, how do you start in Europe? How do you play in Europe? It's impossible. All these huge airlines already have everything covered. Point in case, for example, Helvetia Air has 1,245 aircraft, and this is its short-haul route map. This is its medium route map. This is its long-haul route map. And this isn't a big airline. There are airlines that are way bigger. This guy comes from Wing of Quality, and you can see that they have some fucking... like Mr. O Airlines. Well, these ones are quite small. But there's a lot of Archies. I know this name. Yeah, he has two, almost without an air... Well, overall... 2,164 aircraft. Again, he's based in the United States, but this is medium and long haul. There are hundreds of airlines on Gato. I think something like 300 right now, and most of them are of this size. So, generally speaking, starting in Europe or in United States or in any big country like Japan, where you have these big airlines, is extremely hard and way harder to, for example, start in Cape Verde or Algiers. Taking a scenario where there's no one in there. But it's doable, and it's actually quite easy when you know what you're doing. Easy. It's an intermediate thing, I would say. What would be easy is having a completely free state where you are the only one, like Algiers. This will be medium. This will be roughly harder than starting on an easy level. Then there's hard, which is actually starting a nation in starting in a country like United States or Japan, full of airlines that have thousands of aircraft where you have nothing to start with. But that's more about luck, I would say, and knowing what you're doing. And, most of the questions you guys had for me were how to start in Europe. So I'm gonna show to you how to start in Europe. I've already gotten my aircraft, but I'll walk you through the thoughts that I had before. So Warsaw, as I was speaking, is very, very... this Steam notification is bothering me, sorry. Warsaw, as I mentioned, is very, very heavily trafficked at this point. It has only 46% of slots available. Now, when you look at the flight shuttle for Poland, we have to, for time being, completely abandon the idea that we are going to fly on the domestic market. These are all internal flights. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 daily flights to Wrocław. We have even more to Poznan and to Krakow. It's insane. Katowice, Gdańsk, all of the airports in Poland, I think, are completely taken. We can check it out. I think there might be some Lodz, maybe? Was there a Lodz? Yeah, there's Lodz. Bydgoszcz. Bydgoszcz is taken. Zielona Góra in Szczecin. So Szczecin, yeah, and we have no one flying to Zielona Góra, but it's probably because it's not worth it. And if it's not worth for them, it's not worth for us. So yeah, all these airports are completely taken over by, these are not small aircraft. These are dashes, and we have even Airbus A318 flying there. I would be pretty surprised if it wasn't at maximum configuration of 136 people. So for now, this is off limits. So how the hell do you build in Europe? Well, the thing is, Europe has a shared inner flight space. All of these flights by Helvetia Air and other airlines are domestic or inter-Europe. This is very important. If you're based anywhere else than in Poland, you can take over all the domestic flights, and you can take all the inter-European Union or inter-shared area flights. So you can, for example, fly from Warsaw to Netherlands. Yeah, you can see that Helvetia Air flies to Netherlands. You can fly to Luxembourg. Yeah, that's done. However, these are all inter-flights, inter-Poland or inter-European Union. What I'm aiming here for is you have no airline currently in Poland other than me at this point, because everyone deems it useless to compete with these people. Poland has been basically completely ran over by by competing airlines. Just gonna double check. Yeah, there's just me, PNLL, right there. But there is no one flying, or no one from the European-based airlines can fly, for example, from Poland to Moscow, or from Poland to United States, or from Poland to Thailand, because they would have to depart from Warsaw and leave European Union. They don't have this freedom of flight. That was not granted to them. So we have all these international routes basically free. They're not free, they're not free. But we have much less competition there. What I'm talking about here is that you can, for example, when you look at Warsaw, find people flying to Russia. But these are, of course, only Russian-based airlines. There's no one else. So you can see that there's Ruskie Aero, which is a Russian-based company that's flying all around the world, but it's based in Russia. And it can only fly from Moscow or any other place in Russia to Poland, which they don't. So you will notice that there, for example, isn't a flight to St. Petersburg, which is a fairly big airport. And there is no flight to any other big airport in Russia. There is, for example, no flight to United Arab Emirates. There's a flight to the United States. People are flying from Chicago and Philadelphia to Poland. But again, there is no big European airline flying from Warsaw to, for example, New York. Because they can't. They don't have this flight of freedom. Or freedom of flight. A flight of freedom? That's ridiculous. Freedom of flight. We have, for example, someone flying from Cairo, but that's again Osiris Air, which is a Egypt-based airline. So now you see what I'm getting at. We have we can't compete on the domestic market, and we will have it very hard to compete on the European market. But we have all these out of European airline flights, and that's where we come into place. So I have already found a couple of places where we are going to fly. Wait, where are my stations? Here. So these are all the airports that we are going to service. Now, Dubai, I want to fly to Dubai, but I think we'll have to abandon that idea for now. A case in point, Dubai is almost full, and it's actually quite far away. I'm going to get to that soon, don't worry. We're also not going to fly to New York at this point, but it's good to have them here. We'll think about them every time we open this. We have no one flying to Istanbul. Actually, I think there was one airline flying from Istanbul to Warsaw, but it was just one daily flight, and it was... Yeah, there was just one Air Cruise group. Oh yeah, but that's the big guy. They're based in Turkey. If I signed agreement with them, I could definitely fly there. But yeah, that's gonna be way too expensive. So I'm not gonna do that in the beginning. But Rome, Fiumicino. I was kind of surprised that there were no flights. Well, actually, there were some flights, but very few. I think maybe one daily flight, and I think we can compete on that area. Poland? Yeah, there's just one daily flight. My very big company. Then there's Moscow Sheremetyevo, but there's again only one daily flight, so I'm pretty sure that we can grab a couple of people there. St. Petersburg, a completely empty flight, as I showed you. Pisa had no flights. Bordeaux in France had no flights. Cagliari, Belgrade, and Zagreb. Actually, there was a flight to Zagreb, but none to Belgrade and Cagliari. We have how many flights to Zagreb? Zagreb. Poland. We have a number of flights actually. Airlinesim. Really? Yeah. Well. I guess we have to remember that Croatia is now already in European Union and thus has the European Treaty. I think it's already in there. Yeah, EU treaty. But again, that's a place worth flying to. So we'll be doing that. I might try, for example, Zadar, direct flights to Zadar, or Dubrovnik. Those are also very good places to fly to. However, you understand this. I will search for more places later on. We need to start low, though. We need to start with places that we will be sure that will work. For that, I have gotten 3 aircraft. I've gotten Embraer 175 enhanced twice. We have the SPAAA and the SPAAB, and I have gotten an Embraer 190 SPAAC, which is a slightly bigger version of the 175 Embraer. Oh, we have no picture here. Oh, come on. Can we get... I think that the 175 will have it. Yeah, so this is the 175. Imagine it's enhanced. There are no visible differences as far as I know. It's just the composite materials were used more. It has better aerodynamics, things that you can hardly see by your eye. And this is the 190. So we have 2 of these and 1 of these. Now I'm gonna, in the next few days, start using these aircraft on various of these routes. I'm gonna set them up to fly to these places while searching for more possibilities, and we're gonna see which places we are going to keep and which places we are not going to keep. Now, why did I pick Embraers? Embraers have a fairly big family type. They range from 80 seats to 124, so they're smaller than Airbus and Boeing ones, and they're bigger than the Canadair regional jets. Warsaw is a fairly large airport. It's not Frankfurt, it's not New York, but it's decent. It has quite a few possibilities. So I thought that eventually we might, if the Embraers serve their purpose, we might eventually abandon the idea of getting something smaller, like ATRs or dashes. So we're gonna, maybe this will be eventually our smallest aircraft, and we can then grab something like an Airbus 321 and 320s for the bigger routes, and then eventually grab something like A330s for the international flights, if we by any time decide that's feasible. This is a good choice for Europe, I think, too, because all of these planes are very new. They have decent capacity, so I've put in 64 economy seats and 9 business class seats, and 80 and 15 business or economy respectively on the Embraer 190. They're all flying to Warsaw at this point, so I'm gonna set up their flights in the next few days, and we're gonna see. The bad part on this is that I can't buy them. That was the original idea. That I like owning my aircraft because it gives you a bit more breathing space. You don't have to pay the leasing every week. Actually, let's check how much we're paying for them. That's actually $500,000 every month. It's quite a lot, guys. That's quite a lot. We'll have to be pretty sure that all of our routes are profitable. We won't have much space to dig around. But yeah, I'm confident these are good. I never used Embraers, and Lot uses them. I'm in the Polish Airlines, so we're basically walking in their steps. So yeah, I actually think the smaller ones aren't in the same family, aren't there? Wait, we don't need that. We need the manufacturers and Embraers. So these are all the same family. They're in the, where are they? Cockpit crew, maintenance category 83. I think this will be 82. Yeah, 29. So they have a different maintenance category, so we can't combine them. But again, eventually we might even pick some of these. I think a lot actually has some of these too. A lot of Polish Airlines. Actually, let's go to Wiki. They have a good page on all the airlines. Nope. So I am pretty sure I've flown with one of these smaller ones in the past, though. And they use the 170s. They have 14 economy and 14 business class and 56 economy. Do you have retired fleet here somewhere? Because I'm so sure that they used them before. Retired. Wait, you do what? Polish Airlines fleet. Current, and just move me to the same place. What Polish Airlines destination? Library. Yeah, see here, post 1989. By December 1992, by 1999, Lotte had purchased a number of small Embraer 145 regional jets in order to expand its short-haul fleet, and had, with the approval of Ministry of Sales Treasurer, begun a process of selling shares to the Swiss company SA Air Group Holding. Oh, did they? Oh, that's right. They might have a subsidiary. I remember they had a subsidiary airline, which was called something like Lotte Regional. Regional privatization, regional jet, Nordica. No, I used the Bombardier. I'm confused. I'll check that out later on. No need to bother you with that. But I know they had a subsidiary, which was like so maybe the Embraers were put into them. So what was the Embraer 104? Yeah, there's no more information about what happened to them. So I think they transferred them to the respective subsidiary. Yeah, it says nothing here. Those are the old triple Fs. So, yeah. So this is what I'm going to do here. We're going to fly with these 175s and 190s. The 190 is going to definitely fly to Moscow and Petersburg, and probably also some of the close destinations out of European Union. I think maybe Kiev or... Well, we might try Istanbul. Istanbul to Warsaw should be okay, yeah. But I think this one is not able to fly to Dubai. It's way too far. Well, it could. It could eventually. It might be, actually, back to family, there should be 190 extended range. Yeah, long range. So this one, AR. How would you perform? Russia to Dubai. Yeah, that one would be okay. That one could reach most of these areas. I think Dubai would be a safe bet. There are no current flights there from Warsaw, and we would find, wow, there's a lot of local airline. There is no Dubai, oh yeah, there's no Dubai-based airline. No kidding. There's no one there. But yeah, the 190 has a decent radius. When we look at it, it could fly to a number of places. So, apart from Turkey, we could fly to Syria, to Israel. I know there was a flight to Israel. I checked that. But Israel is a good place to interline. So if we find someone there, that could be doable. Is there Israel? Yeah, Israel. So we have someone, Israel Airlines. They're fairly new though, so that might be a good partner for us. Israel also, well, Syria is not a good idea, nor is Lebanon, but Cairo might be good. There's probably no one here. There was flight to Iceland. Yeah, Russia, maybe Astana. I'll have to check the demand to see where we want to go. So yeah, this is all guys. So I hope you enjoyed the first episode. I kind of wanted to lay in front of you the strategy before I start doing anything. I haven't done anything yet. I started the airline yesterday. I just looked around on how we are doing and what we want to do with ourselves. And now for the next week, I'm going to be testing this and hopefully slowly start getting more aircraft. Because we should really build, even if we do these international flights, we need to find some local partners. We need to find some partners abroad, someone in Russia definitely, who will interline with us and do the domestic flights for us. We need to set a strategy and see what the demand is. It might be even a thing that we might, hit a wall and have to scale it down to the smaller Embraers, which I know are very hard to make a profit on. So I'm hoping that we will be able to fill at least those 88 seats on each line every day. So anyway, this was long enough. I hope you enjoyed the first episode. There will be more coming. I'll try to make an update every week together with Patrick. That would be ideal in my opinion. But I can't say yet. So we'll see. Mostly it's going to be like, now I have something new to talk about, so I'll inform you. And by the way, if anyone is on Gato currently, feel free to send me an interlining agreement. I'll be happy to start working with you. So, till next week, you guys, take care.